This is I spoke about Mike Tomlin having something to say about UNC Chapel Hill players going to play at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the interview that he had with the Pat McAfee show this morning.
We're just going to see the Pittsburgh Steelers full of North Carolina Tar Heel players just because it will become sort of like a pipeline to the NFL with Bill.
I think that's a real possibility.
Let's go.
I think it is awesome. I had a couple of sons that played college football. I would send my boys down there to play for them in a hurry. You know they're going to be instructed. You know that their football intellect is going to be developed, the skills relative to the positions that they play. Man, I think he's going to be great for that place and great for college football.
Yeah, and West Virginia.
We'll leave it there. Hey, I mean, that's good news. CJ, you're going to be seeing your favorite college guys going straight from Carolina and playing for Mike Tomlin. And let me tell you, that man's got a nut. I'm glad to hear that.
Hey, he's been rocking that beanie 24/7 on Hard Knocks. You know his noggin is cold.
It's got to be.
BB, what are your initial thoughts on Bill Belichick and his presser today officially becoming the head coach of the UNC Tar Heels?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that he's made it like, and even the chancellor and AD were making it like football and basketball are the priority for all. Like, if you're good at those two sports, it increases your entire university's revenue across every single sport. So they said, we got to get the football right and we got to get the b-ball right. Usually we've been good at the b-ball. Usually the b-ball's okay, but we got to get some bread over there or something. We got to get a big man. But the things he was saying, like the coaching staff's going to be littered with NFL personnel. And he said Freddie Kitchens is going to be the first hire. He's the interim head coach right now. He's got previous NFL head coach experience. He said he's already talked to Lawrence Taylor and Julius Peppers, two Hall of Famers. Those have both been supporting Bill. So, I mean, he's got connects. He knows people. And I think he's in the ACC. Like, it's not that difficult at the end of the day. And I believe the line, I was on FanDuel today, I was looking at Heisman odds and things like that. And they already have a Bill Belichick UNC win total. They're the only team with a win total for next year already out. And it's set at 7.5. What do you guys think on that? And the over 7.5 was plus odds.
That's a hammer. Oh my goodness, dude. Give me that.
I mean, if our schedule was anything like it was this past year, I mean, I think we have to have that.
It's not tough. We play Clemson. Clemson's our hardest game and our hardest non-conference game. It's first game of the year in Kenan Stadium. I guarantee it's going to be sold out versus TCU. So TCU and Clemson are our two hardest games next year.
Yeah, I would love to take that over. Real quick, shout out to everybody that has officially joined our TikTok live. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us. My boy Q, I think Q is solo dolo in this thing. He's got us up to 2.6K hearts already on the TikTok page. Shout out my boy Q. Shout out everybody else that has come to hang out with us today. But back to the Chapel Hill Tar Heels and back to Bill Belichick. CJ, NIL money is through the roof now, baby. $4 million you had this year. We now might be moving up to like $20 million. Is that right? I mean, how do we feel about bringing in players through the portal, getting guys from high school? I know Bill Belichick knows how to evaluate the proper talent, but with the NIL money now, I couldn't help but think the Tar Heels could be the real deal year one under Bill Belichick.
I mean, as big as it is getting Belichick, I think the increase in our NIL money is equally as big. I mean, knowing we only had $4 million this year and seeing teams like Ohio State, Texas having $20 million, it's like, how are we supposed to compete with something like that? You know what I mean? At this point, the way college football is, the kids want the money, man. You show $500,000 to a 17-year-old kid, they're like, all right, where do I sign? You know, so it's tough. You know, us not being a football school and not having a lot of money, it's like, okay, why would they come to UNC, you know? Yeah. But now we have all this money that we can dish out. We have one of the greatest coaches of all time, regardless of sport. We got one of the greatest coaches of all time who knows how to coach, knows how to win, and knows what it takes to get you to the next level. It's like, why not Carolina? And you get to wear that Carolina blue. Oh my gosh. Hey, Nothing better, baby.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, the players are going to be dripping, dude. If Belichick will allow it, the players will be dripping. And I am excited to see. I'm going to be honest. I went to a couple UNC games like in high school through college. The games are fun. The stadium is like this, not a bad stadium by any means at all. Great campus, as Bill Belichick mentioned multiple times today. I mean, they've got literally an NFL program now, like you said, BB and CJ. Multiple players are now being talked to come help coach. Freddie Kitchens, I believe is his name, he was already his first hire for Bill Belichick. And we also have a GM. A general manager, Mike Lombardi, is going to be coming in to play the general manager role. And he had this to say as well on the Pat McAfee show.
Because I think there's like 1,500 kids already in the portal.
Yeah, well, if you want to play for the greatest coach of all time and you want to be around a winning program, please enter the portal. We'll take you. We're going to go through it deeply. I mean, this is an advertisement for it. We're going to go deep into it because we're going to rebuild the team, and I think it's important. I don't think it's just about – this is team building. This isn't adding players, right? We're going to systematically and strategically build the team the right way so that we have sustainable success, so that you can compete at the highest level of college football. I think that's really important. I think everybody makes too much about the cap. Certainly the players deserve to get paid, but more into the cap, there's two things that involve the cap. It involves how do we develop players to become good players, and how do we pay the players that already are good players? So there's two systems that are going on simultaneously. And you need a head coach like Coach Belichick who understands that. Player development is the key to salary cap.
To say the least, I mean, they've got guys that know ball in the building for the Tar Heels. Like, he's talking about cap. Is it like cap space and general manager developing players? Bill Belichick, these are the words that are surrounding the Tar Heels. I know that you guys have got to be excited. Real quick, shout out my boy Maxie. Already hit the gift goal once again on TikTok. Give him the gifted. Give him the gifted. Give him the gifted.
Thanks for the rose.
Thank you for the rose.
Dude, the thing that got me the most, like, not the most excited, but something that was absolutely bonkers to me. It was on Twitter, so we know our history with Twitter, Key. We don't know how accurate some things are, but there's only two teams rumored to have more NIL money than us right now: Texas and Ohio State. To think that Carolina football is now the number 3. Like, I guess most revenue, most money you can use on players in NIL is absolutely bonkers to think about. If you told me that in basketball, I'd say, sure. Yeah, we're a big brand in basketball. Football, never in a million years would I thought that.
Yep.
It's crazy.
BB, I mean, you mentioned it. Like, you want your basketball to be good and your football to be good. Like, if you can marry those two, especially with the academics, that's something CJ can speak to. Like, you're talking about potentially, if things go well, the best college in the country, like straight up, because you're already up there with the best academics. You're up there most years in basketball. You have the brand in basketball. Now you bring in football as a potential top 25, top 10, top 5 team, hopefully. Like, the entire school and the entire state is going to be on notice with the Chapel Hill Tar Heels, dude. Like, it's gonna. I'm kind of excited to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty excited to see, because it's like, why would you not invest in football? You think about schools like Ohio State. You think about Michigan, Alabama. The amount of people that come to those schools literally just because of the football and the energy surrounding it. Why would you not, if you're a place like UNC, try your best to build something like that? And I mean, you guys got it. All I can say is you guys got to be excited. CJ, any final thoughts on the Tar Heels, academics, athletics, football, basketball? This place is going to be the spot in the entire country.
Hey, it's already been the spot. Went there, graduated 22. I mean, Chapel Hill is just like a little piece of heaven, man. I mean, just being there, the campus, the people, the colors. God made the sky Carolina blue for a reason. It's the best place on earth. I love it. I always love it whenever I can get back. Whenever I first got there freshman year, you didn't even have to buy a ticket to the game if you're a student. You didn't have to enter the lottery. You didn't have to do nothing. You just show up. You're walking in, and then you're leaving by halftime because we're getting beat by 40. That's kind of the energy, that it was. when Matt got there, he did a good job of kind of putting us back on the map. You know, you had to enter the lottery, you had to get tickets. We got Sam Howell. We got Drake May. So, you know, we were on the come up, but knowing that we only had $4 million for NIL was concerning, to be honest. Now I feel a little bit bad for Matt because obviously he didn't have much to work with. And I think that showed with our output on the field. You know, I always felt like we had a bit of a talent deficit. But now with the university really buying in, it seems like we want to be the real deal, and I couldn't be happier about it. So we'll see how it goes. But, hey, we're excited, baby.
I love it.
Billy B.
All right, we're going to real quick. Max says, "Give me a break." He's a big Dookie, loves Duke, and I know he's over there pissed that Duke doesn't even stand a chance with a guy like Bill Belichick. So, hey, good luck with basketball. Good luck winning the national championship with that. We're about to cut to a break, though, real quick. On the other side, yesterday was Bryce Young's Heisman anniversary. We're going to celebrate a little bit of that with some highlights from that, show you how his last drive at Auburn or his last drive here in Carolina was just about identical to his very last drive in Alabama versus the Iron Bowl versus Auburn. That was exciting, but we're going to be back a little bit of that, talk Thursday night football. But for now, all I can give you fellas is a tar. Heroes. Let's go. We'll be right back, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us on